They don't like us because they not like us. They wish they were. See, you keep diluting the greatness of a people, and what you'll have is a shadow of what it was ever meant to be.
Real life. It ain't real life. Just ain't real life. Street stars. You know what time it is.
We had a guy that was on this couch by the name of Vernon. He came out and said, like, you know, he wanted to speak to the masses, use our platform to talk about getting essayed in prison, you know, what happened. And he was 21, he's 50 now, but he did feel like it was time to tell his story. Like, what are your thoughts when it comes to speaking your truth and living in your truth? And
He has to do it for all of the young men that are still being butt broken and
that's what he said.
In jail now.
That's what he said.
It's still happening in Louisiana.
Yeah, that's where it happened.
In Angola. Mm-hmm. Someone from Angola came and talked to you?
Yeah, we had 2 guys from Angola.
You know, that's why I wanted to run, why I wanted to go into politics.
Yeah, it was, yes.
To shut down Angola. There's still...
That's a plantation.
There's still... It's sad. 45% of the young men from the ages 30 down are raped as a disciplinary action by white guards. Still.
Damn. It's as barbaric, but the world doesn't hear about these things on a regular basis.
No. It's barbaric.
Oh yeah,
they're prisoners of the state, so they don't have the right to consent. Why are white guards still assaulting black prisoners? Yeah. How does you get hard for that?
That's the first goddamn question.
What kind of sick mother white fucking people? Scumbag, good old peck of wood.
That's the first problem. So when I look at people telling their stories of assault,
it's a very dangerous thing.
Yeah, it's a
very dangerous thing. I want that place closed. I want that place down. They get into Angola and they can almost guarantee within the first 15 days they're going to be by somebody. How do you make that make sense?
So when you say, like, you look at a white man doing that to a black man, I just seen some, I believe they were Klans members protesting
Black
somewhere.
Wife effect.
Even the black wife effect. I seen some white men calling some young boys, you know, the hard, you know, and call them little niggas. And I'm like, this is happening in America today. Like, I asked questions about being division in America, and it seems like it seems like we're almost going backwards from like
no, we're not
the
going
80s,
backwards.
90s.
We are in full retrograde. The second that they took away Roe versus Wade, they're going to come after interracial marriage next. They're going to come after a lot of things. They don't like us because they not like us. They wish they were. See, you keep diluting the greatness of a people, and what you'll have is a shadow of what it was ever meant to be. All of this gay agenda has to stop. To be homosexual is one thing. To be a gay person is fine. But to use it to manipulate and brainwash society for the purpose of population control or class control, caste system domination, that's not what, that shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
Isn't that just being inclusive? Like, hey, we're trying to include everybody into our agenda.
No,
And
it's not being inclusive. What it is just being covertly domineering.
Okay. It's funny because they say Disney has an agenda.
What
And
do
you're
you
like,
mean?
I mean, well,
Haven't you ever heard me talk about Lady in the Tramp?
Right. I heard it, and you see it. Like they really show it. Like, as a matter of fact, is this movie have an agenda? No, add that agenda in there because we need to make sure. And I'm like, damn, this is so.
Like all these gay men singing all of these women, all of these love songs to women, even though they sucking as soon as they finish getting off stage. Like, just let him sing to his boyfriend. Let him write his song. That's the one thing that I loved about Sid from the internet. She didn't fake the funk. That album, Ego Death, Sid wrote her off, and she wrote it as a bisexual stud woman who is now a full-on lesbian stud and married, if I'm correct, in a relationship. And I said to myself, how dope is it that these stud women, they now have songs that were made for them. Yeah. You know what I mean? They don't have to replace girl with boy in the love song that they like because it was actually written for them. Mm. That makes it amazing. And yet they tanked the internet. They f***ed over her goddamn career because she didn't want to conform. And now apparently she's only good enough ghostwriting for Beyonce.
I mean, can you have a bunch of Frank Oceans out there? Can you have like where the world is?
There are a bunch of Frank Oceans out there.
You right? You're
There are
right.
a bunch of Jaguar Wrights out there.
You're right.
There are a bunch of Proofs out there. Mm. There are a bunch of Nas's out there. Yeah.
Got to rise to the forefront. I'm watching these deepfake AI photos. They're showing like Diddy drinking coffee, mugshots. I'm like, whoa. I mean, how far do you think this is gonna go to where like now you're not even sitting on this couch no more, but it's your AI picture with your voice.
That's already
saying
happening.
Yeah, it's already happening, but it hasn't been used to weaponize.
That's already happening on YouTube with me.
Oh.
There's 40 new real Jags. Oh. And now they're using AI to get on panels to speak for me. Programming their own Jaguar in their chats. I was just watching the news the other day. It scared me when I was able to spot a deep fake. That last interview with Biden, that wasn't real. Go back and look. About 15 seconds into Sam, my son, he taught me how to spot it. He's amazing. He found all the Tasha K's deep fakes on his stuff. But you can look and you'll see the pigment. It's quick, but the pixelation and the color, the pigment and the pixelation, it changes briefly in Joe Biden's face. Wow. And then he started glitching and speaking a little bit more. Our news is already AI. These newscasters ain't telling nobody that they're barely going to work because they're going in, they're getting scanned. And if there's a story that they don't want to have to consult with anyone and worry about an ethics, they just run the AI on it now.
Damn. Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Can you imagine if they were able to do that with Woodward and Bernstein during Watergate? We probably might have never found out about anything.
Facts. Oh, man. Okay.
What I will say is, if Amber Rose can speak for the DNC.
Yeah.
If you got Cardi B calling out vice presidents on their way to the top and saying, that's what's up, mom, great role model. If you got people staging shootings for support, if you got people going to airports and slitting their wrists out of pure angst and have no idea why they did it, if you got people surrendering and being shot on, if you, what did I say? This is where we are. And I want to tell everybody, it's okay to be afraid. Just don't be scared. Don't be scared.
It's
They
super
want to
quiet.
They want to give $300 million to Philadelphia to help them with an educational effort that I already know is gonna get raped by the state. It's not gonna go to the school. It's not gonna help anyone.
Yeah. Corruption in government.
So you think, oh, there's nothing but corruption in government in Philadelphia. Part of the reason why Philly worked so hard to vote against Trump was because they let him in and didn't think that his the whole goddamn city up. Trump can't stay down there. The way I started was trying to while we was living in there, and then I found out it was the Kushner boy and his father, and then the Trump real estate, Tower Realty, and all of that. Yeah, they wanted to keep security deposits, all of that. So me being the city girl that I am, I called the health department. And I asked 3 of my neighbors that lived on the same block as me to let them come in when they came to visit me. They collected all of the offenses from the property. Guess what? Turns out the property wasn't even properly registered. We weren't even able to actually turn on our electricity and our water with the company because there was no, it technically, it wasn't supposed to be there. Ain't that wild? Trump. That's what they did in Philly. So I ended up calling in, and then the health department came in, and then they gave them 30 days, and come to find out this wasn't wrong, and this was wrong, and that was wrong. And they had to give me all my money back, all $15K. And I stopped paying rent from the day I called the health department. They thought they was going to cost me $100,000 in legal fees, and all I had to do was make a phone call and open up the fact that all of their permits. They faked them all. That was Trump Realty. Hell yeah, Philly did. All that so-called redevelopment, all of the smoke and mirror infrastructure deals, and nah. I mean, for crying, this is the same guy who went down to New Orleans right after Katrina, came back to Philly and started selling land futures on land that was still owned by families who had been there up to 9 generations. And he was already selling futures because the whole idea was he was supposed to go down there. Trump was supposed to go down there. And they were supposed to build, after they cleared out all the black folks from the 9th Ward, they was going to build Hotel Casino right there. Because, there's beautiful land, 9th Ward. Nothing but water. Gorgeous. It's wild. They did all of that shit. Then the governor started tipping his hand and shit. And the next thing you know, they blamed it all on a black man, Ray Nagin, who helped them. Honestly, it was Ray Nagin's bid that really got Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt to come down there and do as much as they did. And guess what? They sent him to jail.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move. Hey.